Hello again. Today I'll be showing you how to connect to your DWC server from a Wii. I'm also going to be showing you how to set up your own LAN party along with the next episode. To start off, I'm going to be showing you an excellent piece of kit for your LAN party. Unfortunately, most TVs do not have an excellent multi-view function. They can only display perhaps two devices at once. This is a problem when your display, such as your TV, is the primary display for your house. You can only connect one or two Wiis to it. This is not a great use for a LAN party. This would probably mean you'd have to buy more monitors or to get 12 people playing at once, you may need to resort to using different screens or people playing on their phones using Dolphin Emulator on there. However, with this device you can display 4 screens on one at the same time. This is a quad multiviewer I found on Amazon for a merely £45. It's pretty good quality. It's made of what seems to be aluminium. Also, it only adds about 5 milliseconds of latency. This is way better than perhaps plugging in your Wiis to capture cards and displaying them through a PC as a sort of makeshift multiviewer. However, for my LAN party, I am indeed using a capture card for one of the Wiis. It is an Ava Media PCIe capture card that only adds about 15 milliseconds of latency from the device to the display, which I think is perfectly fine for Mario Kart Wii, especially compared to the cost of buying another multiviewer. This particular device has 4 inputs and 1 output. Maximum resolution is 1080p out and accepts 4 1080p inputs. You will need Wii to HDMI adapters to plug in your Wiis to this. However, these can be had for as little as £4 on eBay. I have found that the quality is nowhere near HD, quote unquote. However, they add no latency and seem to be reliable. One problem with the multiviewer is it only allows one device to output sound. Fortunately, with the Wii to HDMI, they have a 3.5mm output, so I can just plug them all into my little mixer and get all 4 Wiis outputting at the same time. Please make sure the Wii has Homebrew channel installed already. Here's what the multi-view display looks like. This is going through my capture card. Please follow the steps I've just done on the top left hand corner on your Wii to connect to your access point. I've skipped the part where I've connected to my home Wi-Fi. Do not update. And now you need to go change the settings for the DNS. Not the IP address. No, go back. Also obtain, yes. Advanced settings for the DNS, and this needs to be the IP of your DWC server. Make sure it's completely correct. You only have to do this once, and it will save. I very recommend using a wired connection. You can find the adapters for fairly cheap online now, especially at CEX. This testing connection may take a while, especially because this is on Wi-Fi. Do not update. Now that's done. I apologize for the poor quality. This is zoomed in onto one of my multiviewers, so this should only be 480p. Before we enter into Mario Kart, we need to go to the Homebrew channel. Please make sure this is installed beforehand. I won't be doing a guide on how to install Homebrew channel as there are so many online already. You need to have a program downloaded called Brainslug. This patches the HTTPS or HTTP request that Mario Kart uses when it tries to connect to the official Nintendo servers. Because we are rerouting this to our own server, which does not have HTTP protection, then we must bypass it using Brainslug. I will send a link in the description for everything you need on your SD card to get this working. Now just go into a profile that does not have a Nintendo Wii account on it already. I'm just going to go into Nintendo WFC. If you've followed all these steps correctly and made sure your DWC server is running fine, then this should just load in. and then you can add friend codes to other devices and host your own little LAN party. Thank you ever so much for watching. All the links to the items I've used will be in the description below, plus any downloads for the SD card, for example for Brainslug, will also be there. Thank you ever so much for watching again, and catch me on the next episode, where I'll be going through my current LAN setup.